Hello everyone, welcome to Dr. Rajesh Biogenesis Chemistry Academy, Hyderabad, Telangana State. So in this video, we will discuss completely about what are electrophiles, which will play an important role in organic chemistry. So what is an electrophile? Electrophile is commonly a electron deficient species. So in many organic reactions, definitely we will observe electrophiles. What actual electrophiles it is, how it is going to be represented. So electrophiles are, see, they are completely electron deficient species. They are electron deficient species, lack of electrons, electron loving species. They are completely love to take electrons. So we can define like this: electron loving species, electron deficient species, and they are tend to attack on where electron density is very high. So itself it is a deficient species, want to attack on any nucleophilic center. So it is also nothing but a electron loving species, completely having empty cavities will be there. So that's why they will love to attack on any nucleophilic centers, electron rich centers. Okay, so electron rich center. If any molecule having electron rich center, so these electrophiles will target that particular center. So electrophiles are electron deficient centers, generally try to attack on any nucleophilic center, electron loving center, always try to attack on a more electronic species. Okay, so electrons, whichever it is loose, that molecule is responsible to form a electrophile. So electrophiles are classified into two types. Okay, electrophiles are generally classified into two types. These electrophiles are positive electrophiles and one more is a neutral electrophile. Two types of electrophiles are there, positive as well as neutral. Okay, so first one, in this case, electrophiles are going to be represented by using a positive charge, +1, +2, +3 like that. If any organic as well as inorganic species bearing positive charge, they are blindly known as positive electrophiles. Okay, so here first one we can take like this: species having positive charge. If any species having positive charge, it is belongs to a electrophile. So I will take some examples. See, H plus proton, it is an electrophile. Okay, now it is R plus. R plus is nothing but a alkyl. Alkyl is nothing but methyl cation. We can take a methyl cation. Then it is a ethyl cation. Isopropyl cation. Carbon attaches to two other carbons and with positive charge. This is called isopropyl cation. Next, carbon CH3 and here one more CH3 and this is plus. This is called tertiary butyl carbocation. Next we can also take a aryl cation. This all are alkyl cations now. See, double bond adjacent plus is there. This is called allyl cation. Carbon carbon double bond bearing positive charge. This is called vinyl cation. Okay. Now if you put a positive charge on benzene ring, that is called phenyl cation. Okay, and if any halogen bivalency bearing with positive charge, it is also called a electrophile. Simply remember, wherever positive charge is there, it belongs to an electrophile. Okay, it may carry a multiple +2, +3, +4 charges, otherwise simple monovalent charges, there also belongs to electrophilic in nature. Okay, so this is beryllium +2, next here aluminium +3. Okay, now even we can take NO plus, nitrous helium. Next, nitronium, NO2 plus. Okay, not only this, even you can take formyl cation. This is called a formyl cation. Next, here we will take a acyl cation. This is called acyl cation. Okay, so you can take any molecule, if they carry positive charge, they are belongs to positive charged electrophiles. Okay, that is first case of electrophiles. Now go through second case. Second case of electrophiles are, see, I am taking a species having empty p orbitals. Empty p orbital. Any species bearing empty p orbital, they are completely belongs to a electrophilic in nature. Okay. So can you give some examples of species having empty p orbitals? See, boron trichloride. Okay, boron tribromide. Even you can take aluminium trichloride. Okay, aluminium tribromide. Even boron trifluoride also we can take here. So any central atom bearing empty p orbital which is shows a character of accepting nucleophile, so that is belongs to a empty p orbital electrophile. Okay, so not only this, even we can take a carbene. Okay, so carbene also electrophilic in nature. So we know carbene, it is a bivalent. Okay, so carbene having two single bonded atoms are present. Next one more here, they may carry one lone pair of electron, and here see there is a presence of one empty orbital. So this is called a singlet carbene. Singlet carbene is also a electrophile. Why? Because it carry a empty p orbital. Now one more, we can also take a nitrene. Okay, nitrene having a monovalency. Now it may carry one lone pair, and here one more lone pair is there, and here see one more empty p orbital is present. So this is belongs to a nitrene. Okay, so carbene insertion, nitrene insertions are more effective reactions in organic synthesis. So you need to remember most of the carbon in the form of a carbene, you know, Riemann-Tiemann reaction already dichlorocarbon is there. So it is attacking on benzene ring, especially which carry a hydroxy group. So we can say carbene is a electrophilic in nature, that is a neutral electrophile. See, it doesn't carry any charge, means it doesn't carry +1, +2, +3 like that, but still have a tendency to accept the electrons. So that's why it is called a empty p orbital electrophiles. They are also called Lewis acids. So if any electrophile have a empty p orbital or d orbital, that is belongs to a Lewis acid. Okay. Now I am taking third one. Here this is well known. Species having that is empty d orbitals. So if any species having empty d orbital, that is also belongs to an electrophile. So can you give some examples here? Now FeCl3. Okay. Next here FeCl2. Next we can also go through ZnCl2. Okay. So many, if you take most of the D block metal compounds, if any D block metal compound is observed, that all D block metal compounds are belongs to species bearing empty d orbital. So there also belongs to Lewis acids. Remember, any molecule carry empty p orbital or d orbital, that is belongs to a Lewis acid. Okay, that is species bearing with empty d orbital. Okay, next here I am taking a molecule. See, molecules having low lying sigma star antibonding orbitals. Okay, if any molecule having a low lying sigma star antibonding orbital, it becomes a empty cavity. That empty cavity have a tendency to attract the lone pair of electrons from Lewis base. So there also belongs to electrophilic in nature. So can you take some examples in this one? So definitely we will use Br2. Okay, so Br2 is a electrophilic in nature. Next we can also take Cl2, next I2, next we can also take interhalogens IBr, next IBr3, next ICl, etc. You can take all kinds of interhalogens having a low lying empty orbital is there in sigma star. So that's why there also belongs to a electrophilic molecules. Okay, next here see, some molecules are there, not all molecules. Molecules having pi electrons, it is not all cases, only some selective cases. Molecules having pi electrons also belongs to electrophilic in nature. Okay, so carbon dioxide, see, if I write C double bond O, this is called carbon dioxide. Every time carbon oxygen carry double bond, this is sigma and this is pi. Okay, so this carbon is electron deficient, which will always bear a positive charge. So it will always shows more intent to attack any nucleophilic over here. So that's why wherever C double bond O group is there in organic species, all are belongs to electrophilic in nature, even it is neutral. Okay, sulfur trioxide, see here S double bond O, S double bond O, S double bond O, it is also electrophilic in nature. Okay, now if I take any acetone, see this carbon is electron deficient, acetaldehyde. Now this carbon is also electron deficient. And see, if I take hydrogen cyanide, carbon nitrogen bearing triple bond, and this carbon shows a electron deficiency. Why? Because nitrogen having more electronegativity. Okay, so some molecules will be there which are neutral in nature. See, hydrochloric acid have a tendency to liberate a proton. Any acid, hydrochloric acid, hydrobromic acid, hydroiodic acid, it is stronger than remaining. Okay, and even if you take HNO3, okay, have a tendency to lose proton. This is exhibits in the form of a H plus ion. Okay, next H2SO4, sulfuric acid. Like that we can write many acidic compounds which have a tendency to lose a proton. There also belongs to electrophilic in nature. And most importantly, we need to consider a double bonded carbon. Okay, so not only this, if I take a benzene, see, carbon carbon triple bond is present. Now it is a electrophilic in nature. Triple bond in benzene, it is not benzene, it is benzene. Remember, it is also a aromatic. Just try to revise the video which I recently uploaded in aromaticity. So here only 6 pi electrons are delocalizing in this one. Okay, it is 100% aromatic in nature, and see, it is a electrophilic in nature. Benzene is electrophilic in nature. Okay, and very important, see, if any double bond adjacent to carbonyl, see, is this a double bond is electrophilic or not? Yes, it is electrophilic in nature. Why? Because it is connected to a carbonyl group. Okay, next, here even if you take a alpha comma beta unsaturated cyclic rings, this is also electrophilic in nature. Okay, now at least finally we can confirm by using any element in their atomic state. So some of the elements are present in periodic table such a way that they are completely represented in a neutral form, but actually they are completely unstable, short of octet. So we can say here elements in atomic state. Take any element in their atomic state, it is always acts as a electrophilic in nature. Suppose, see, if I take carbon in their atomic state, so what is the valency? How many valence electrons are present in carbon? Atomic number is 6. 2 more electrons are required to attain in their octet electronic configuration generally. Okay, but what happens is valency is 4, 4 more electrons are required. So here unstable. Nitrogen, 3 more electrons are required. Valence electrons are how many? 5. Okay, so 3 more electrons are required over here. Oxygen carry 2 more electrons and halogen required 1 more electron. Okay, and if you go through other than this, if you go through any zero group element, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, like that, they already carry 8 electrons in their atomic state, so that's why they exist in the form of monovalent. But they won't exist in the form of monovalent, independently they won't exist. Okay, suppose see, carbon exists in the form of CH4. It should be stable only when if it is connected to hydrogen. Now nitrogen connected with 3 hydrogen, it is connected with 2 hydrogen, it is connected with 1 hydrogen. So always most of the elements in their atomic state, they are belongs to electrophilic in nature. Now I will show you how a electrophile is going to be reacts with a nucleophile. Okay, how it is going to be represented. Now see, we know very well benzene having a pi electrons. See, simple pi electrons are nucleophilic in nature. Remember, simple pi electrons are nucleophilic in nature. If any pi electron or double bonded skeleton attaches to electron withdrawing group, then the double bond is belongs to a electrophile. Okay, now it is a nucleophile. Nucleophile means we know very well EPS reactions, Friedel-Crafts alkylation, acylation, halogenation, nitration and sulfonation, in which variable types of electrophiles are going to be generated. See here, in alkylation CH3, in acylation CH3 C double bond O plus, in nitration NO2 plus nitronium. Okay, in halogenation we are using Cl2 in Lewis acid, Br2 in Lewis acid, already explained. Any positive charge is a electrophilic in nature, low lying sigma star antibonding molecular orbital, and here sulfur trioxide. Okay, it is also used as a electrophile which will usually added on benzene. Okay, so this is alkylation, this is acylation, this is nitration, halogenation, one more is sulfonation. These all are electrophiles, set of electrophiles. Now whether these all are EPS reactions or not, we will say it is EPS, electrophilic substitution reactions, only when if this electrophile is added on benzene in rate determining step. Okay, so see, suppose this is a electron rich center. Now I want to add this CH3 plus. Always electrophile will attract the nucleophile. Nucleophilic pi electrons will direct towards the electrophile, like this it will be. So don't try to write this symbol over here. This is wrong. Okay. Always pi electrons will be added on electrophile. Okay. Now I am writing double bond. Next here. This pi electrons will attack on this. This is CH3. Now, when electrophile is added on any nucleophilic center, then definitely that molecule loses some electron density. So itself it is acts as a electrophile. See, these pi electrons, if they migrate here, you will get positive charge, and this hydrogen is simply removed here. Now, benzene reorganizes its aromaticity by substituting methyl group and by the loss of H plus. See, here what we are adding on benzene, electrophile we are adding, and what we are removing here, hydrogen in the form of H plus we are removing. So that's what is called electrophilic substitution. One electrophile is added, other electrophile is substituted. That's why it is called EPS reaction, electrophilic substitution. In any molecule, when you add a electrophile, definitely that will generate say electrophile itself. Okay, already explained. See, this is benzene. It is not a nucleophile. It is an electrophile. Itself it is electrophile, but it is a nucleophile. Now see, I would like to add a nucleophile here. If it is an electrophile, then only it will accept this. So always write down nucleophile on electrophile. Don't write any electrophile on nucleophile. This is a correct way of representing reaction between any nucleophile as well as electrophile. Okay. Now, if this nucleophile attacks here, these electrons are migrates. Now, benzene triple bond converted to double bond, and here it is negative charge, and it is nucleophile double bond like that. Okay. So what we are getting now? We are getting a negative charge. See. This is a electrophile, it is accepting this nucleophile. When nucleophile attacks, you will get a nucleophile. When electrophile attacks, you will get a electrophile. That's it. Okay. Now, I will show how to identify a electron rich nucleophile, electron rich electrophile. Now see, this is a double bond which is simply a pi electron source. Now, if any electrophile nucleophile is present, this will attack on this, it will migrate here. So we can say it is a electrophile. Always electrophile attacks on nucleophile, which means don't write arrow from electrophile to nucleophile. Try to write arrow from nucleophile to electrophile. So finally what happens? See, here electrophile, here you will get positive charge. Now the liberated nucleophile will attack from opposite direction, and finally you will expect a trans addition like this. Okay. Now remember, this is a double bond. Now this is nitro. Is this double bond is electrophile or nucleophile? It is simply a electrophile. Now see, I am writing a double bond. Now I am writing SO3H. Is it a electrophile or nucleophile? Now it is a electrophile. See, if any double bond conjugate with carbonyl, it is always electrophile. Now when double bond is nucleophile? When double bond is directly connected to any hydrocarbon, it is called a nucleophile. It is nucleophile. Okay. Next, double bond attaches to hydroxy group. Any atom or group carry hetero lone pair, so nitrogen, oxygen like that. If any hetero atom directly connected to double bonded carbon, then that double bond is belongs to nucleophile. Okay. Now this is called enamine. This is also called nucleophile. Why? Because double bond directly connected to nitrogen. Now this nitrogen release electron, and this double bond get more number of electron density. Okay. So now here nucleophilicity increases, here also nucleophilicity increases. So we can say these all are electrophiles, but these all are nucleophilic in nature. So that is about introduction of electrophile. So such type of all advanced level organic reactions and inorganic as well as physical videos we will upload regularly. Try to subscribe our videos and like our videos and put any comment, whatever information you get from this video. Thank you for watching this video.